Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Tavares, also known as Rock, and this is
Chelsea.
And today, what we're going to be doing on Knuckle Up is discussing Emmanuel Augustus. Now, apparently, they call this man what they call him? He was like the drunken style of boxing. Like, he had his own unique style and his own unique way of fighting. He didn't have the best record. His record was 38-34, 38 wins, 34 losses. But yeah, he was very unique and a lot of fun to watch. I would have loved to see him and oh god, what was that dude's name? Hashim or some shit like that. He was a boxer. He was very flashy too. But apparently Floyd Mayweather said this is probably one of the toughest opponents that he had ever fought in his career. But yeah, this dude is nice. So I caught up to a video of him a couple days ago, and I've just been really intrigued by him, and all I've done is think about him. Chelsea is a huge fight fan. She loves watching the fights, and yeah. Is there anything you want to say to anybody or say anything about it?
I just haven't seen him fight at all, so this is new to me too. But I like to watch the fights and see who's gonna win, who might win.
Yeah, so this video right here, we've never really actually had a chance to sit down and watch any of his videos, guys. Like I've always told you, anytime that we bring you content of reaction videos or anything like that, just know that it's 100% real and 100% genuine. Like, it's stuff that we have not seen yet. Yes, we've obviously been put onto the thing, but we've not actually watched it yet. So, without further ado, let's have our minds blown away. And yeah, let's enjoy watching this guy. Also, if there's any other fighters, underground fighters, bare knuckle fighters, anybody else out there that you think that we should be watching or that we should do a reaction video to, please drop their names down in the comment. Also, if you find time, please support our page. Hit that like, comment, subscribe, and notifications button. We're on the road to 300. Once we hit 300, we have a special giveaway for our followers. And just know that everything that we give y'all is real, uncut, and it is no clickbait. I cannot stand clickbait. Somebody says, oh, I cried, and then it was nothing. Or this whole thing about people reacting, or rappers react to Tekashi 6ix9ine, and it looks like they actually are upset, but when you click on it, you don't even see the artists that they're saying are in the video. Just know that everything that we put on here is real. It's very real, and you get an honest reaction out of the both of us. So without further ado, you ready to get into this? Yeah. Alright, let's do this.
Emmanuel Augustus is one of the most entertaining and skillful fighters to have ever laced up gloves, with Floyd Mayweather maintaining for years that Augustus was his toughest opponent, and calling his talent unbelievable. Augustus knew the ins and outs of fighting so well that he could literally dance around his opponents, earning him the nickname of Drunken Master. Augustus's subtle displays of defense would suddenly morph into a bizarre but brilliant display of skill, as he abandoned all semblance of form to completely humiliate his opponent. He would even occasionally use his dance moves as elaborate setups or feints. As such, watching him provides a multitude of entertaining examples on how to best transition through several different head slots, foot positions, and ranges. The way that Augustus fought, using the extreme variations of several techniques and styles, provides a great chance to break down many of the principles and tactics from previous videos, and blend them together into one cohesive whole. So let's look at how Augustus smoothly blended so many elements together in ways that few fighters have ever been gutsy enough to try. Starting with his more subtle skills, and then working up to what truly made him the Drunken Master. We'll start from close range and work our way back. At close range, foot position still matters, but it matters less, and head and upper body positions take prevalence. Most fighters prefer the outside position, resting their head on the opponent's lead shoulder. This protects their jaw from the opponent's power hand by shielding it with the opponent's head. But whether in an open or a closed head position, disengaging and moving inside comes with more risks and more rewards. And Augustus loved to take risks. At this range, smothering the opponent's guard by pressing against him becomes a vital tactic, and Augustus excelled at weaving from shoulder to shoulder, masterfully targeting openings in his opponent's guard before finally pressing in to find safety and pin his arms. Straightening up allows for better vision and more targets.
I almost wonder if Floyd Mayweather got his that Philly shell. I wonder if he got that from him, because if you watch him, he does a lot. Like when he rolls it. Like he don't just die, he rolls it. Every time they throw a punch, he rolls, and then he'll start doing this little dance thing. Then he rolls. Yeah. Every time they throw a punch. But if you watch Floyd Mayweather's Philly, because in that fight when Floyd Mayweather was fighting him, when they showed Floyd Mayweather fighting him, Floyd don't ever do the Philly. He's not doing that at all in that fight. He's just straight up fundamentals, hands up in front of your face, and try not to get hit. But during that, like, but just watch his defense.
And he like steps way back.
He steps back. Yeah. Watch him.
What leaves the fighter the most open? It must be done briefly, before finding safety on the inside once again. That being said, Augustus chose to stand right in front of his opponents on multiple occasions, at times dropping his hands and relying entirely on head movement. Of course, footwork can still be a crucial weapon at this range. Watch how Augustus sidesteps to escape the ropes and turn the tide of the round in his epic fight against Mickey Ward. At mid to long range, these same principles still apply. Since it's impossible to find safety by smothering the opponent at this distance, head movement in tandem with footwork takes prevalence for sophisticated defense. Moving the shoulders between a squared up position and a safer, more narrow position can take on a vital defensive role, no pun intended, as well as put a fighter in position to counter. A square posture provides lateral head movement in either direction, allowing a fighter to set up shots off of the center line. Here Augustus slips and weaves inside and outside in order to evade his opponent's punches and load up power into his counters. In contrast, a more narrow posture provides for greater protection and allows greater lateral movement, but only in one direction. A combination of shoulder rolls, pulls, and ducks can make for a powerful defense. Part of what made Augustus special was his ability to shift forwards and backwards in order to extend the range of his head movement and take advantage of multiple positions. For instance, Augustus would commonly step back in the southpaw to shoulder roll lead side attacks, and then duck low to exit out at an angle. Augustus performed these feats to the far side of plausibility, doing things that just shouldn't work, and in fact, they didn't always work. But that never stopped Augustus from trying them. At long range, these body postures can be extended and enhanced by footwork. For instance, the outside position can be obtained by stepping the rear foot outside in a closed stance, or the lead foot outside in an open stance. This takes away the opponent's ability to land with his rear hand, while the fighter still remains offensively capable. While Augustus was well aware of the benefits of using footwork to take an outside angle, he was especially good at utilizing footwork on the inside. Moving inside of the center line, the fighter can take the same attitude as an in-fighter, squaring up and risking attack to keep both hands within striking distance. Augustus shows this tactic here, closing the distance between his rear foot and his opponent's rear foot to get at his ribs. Alternatively, the fighter can move into an inside position that opens up his opponent and keeps himself safely sideways. Augustus does so here, keeping sideways to flick out his jab and move back to the center of the ring. But Augustus most excelled when he used footwork to move between an open and a narrow stance, just as he did with body posture. In this exchange, Augustus begins in an open stance, slipping inside to avoid a jab, and then countering with a body shot. He gains an advantage by keeping his lead foot on the outside. He then V-shifts outside to exit at an angle, switching into an orthodox stance. He steps forward to throw, and then steps back with a lead hook, regaining safety by staying in a narrow posture. Ward moves in with a rear hook, and Augustus responds, squaring himself up to slip inside and returning fire with a lead hook of his own. Anticipating another attack, he shifts back, squares up to slip, then smothers Ward to press him back and create space. After slipping a few more punches, he exits off the ropes. While the last exchange was no doubt impressive, Augustus took it to a whole other level when he danced. Augustus would play with all footwork positions, postures, and head slots, smoothly moving through all the ranges while doing so. Here Augustus squares up inside to lead with multiple crosses. When his opponent tries to push back, Augustus steps into southpaw, and then steps forward immediately into a wide square stance, pulling back to angle in an uppercut. He then weaves under a punch and steps back to exit in a defensive narrow stance. That was impressive, but let's go up one more level. Here Augustus shifts into southpaw to go on the offensive, and then switch shifts back into orthodox to evade his opponent's punch, before rebounding back with a 1-2-3. He then pulls back and steps outside to angle in a counter right over his opponent's jab. Now let's go up one more level and look at what was perhaps Augustus' most impressive exchange ever. Augustus steps in with the cross, presses in to smother his opponent's guard, then turn slips multiple punches. He then switch shifts to avoid a punch, and immediately switch shifts back to land a hard uppercut. He dances his way into a cross uppercut combination, slips another punch, and then dances his way inside. His opponent is left so out of position, he's forced to step back to return to an orthodox stance. Meanwhile, Augustus has danced his way into a southpaw position, and lands with the leading cross. He next steps through and Demano shifts inside again, and continues his rhythmic barrage. Emmanuel Augustus is truly one of a kind. Sadly, to quote Floyd Mayweather, Augustus' record did not reflect his talents. Augustus was prone to unfair judging on several notable occasions. Many of his bouts were taken on a few weeks, or even a few days' notice, and Augustus would show up underweight, not yet fully recovered from his last bout. And despite all of his skills, Augustus' lack of power prevented him from winning several fights. All the same, Augustus' antics and skillful display of boxing has earned him a devoted following of lifelong fans, many of which have been asking for a breakdown every single video since the inception of the channel. All I can say is, sorry it took so long. If you're interested in upping your own footwork, or would like to know how to put more power into your punches, you can check out my books, linked below. For the Modern Martial Artist, this has been David Christian, wishing you happy training.
That was good. That shit was tight as fuck how he stepped back. Like a motherfucker was saying, he stepped like, how the fuck did he do that?
I don't know, he stepped way back. It was like it took all his power, put it into. Then he stepped to the side, stepped this way.
He would go southpaw,
yeah,
orthodox,
switched.
orthodox, southpaw, orthodox. It's like a dance step.
He was like a bunny rabbit.
I wonder if in his locker room if they listened to music before, like if he was in there just dancing and he put it in his head on his way to the ring,
maybe,
or whatever.
But then he wasn't even recognized because he was doing that.
But he had took on a lot of fights. Like they said, he took on fights like weeks after his fight.
Oh, yeah.
So I think a lot of his losses may have come from that. But I mean, dude was a great talent. Sadly, he was shot in the head, and he was shot in the head in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He was shot in the head. Some people are saying it's a stray. He feels like somebody was shooting at him, but he ended up surviving it. I think his cousin was there too and ended up dying from wounds from the shots that were fired. But until next time, you guys. Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
No?
But he's cool. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too. I want to watch some more stuff on him. All right, guys. If there's anybody else, like we said, put it in that comment section down there. Hit that like and subscribe. Let's get to 300. Until next time, always knuckle up, be safe. Love the ones you cherish and cherish the ones you love. Deuces.
Yeah.